The LA City Council approves a landmark ordinance making LA a sanctuary city. We'll have reactions.
SpaceX launched its 6th rocket, and it didn't go exactly as planned. We'll explain.
The Dodgers are already hitting a home run this holiday season. See how the team is giving back to the community.
Annenberg TV News is next.
That's right. So if they don't vote today, we're going to shut it down. Are you ready to go to City Council?
Hundreds gather outside LA City Hall, rallying to make LA a sanctuary city. The LA City Council made it official this afternoon, making Los Angeles one of several sanctuary cities across the state. Hi, I'm Brian Saravia.
And I'm Kofo Jalaosho. Hundreds gathered at City Hall to witness the decision aimed at protecting undocumented immigrants from mass deportation.
It's not right that we have any government, be it the Democrats or the Republicans, taking away our civil rights and our human rights.
All people that live and want to come to the U.S. to live, to work, that's what we are here for. We are fighting for that because we're all equal together. Together, we win. Together, we fight.
Supporters of the Sanctuary City Ordinance packed the LA City Council meeting to fight for immigrant rights. They shared their personal experience and described what this vote means to them. The ordinance passed today prohibits any city resources, property, or personnel from being utilized for any federal immigration enforcement. That means LA officials would not be able to provide ICE with information or resources for immigration enforcement. One LA councilman weighed in on today's decision.
Usually if ICE has a warrant on someone, that means usually you're a bad guy. But the vast majority, 95, 97, 98% of immigrants are hardworking folks. They're the ones who are selling fruta, tamales, tacos, champurrado. They're the ones who are taking care of the children, the very wealthy. They're the ones who are actually washing the dishes and cooking the food in some of the fanciest restaurants in all of LA. They're the backbone of the economy.
After hours of public comments on the ordinance and personal testimony, council members voted unanimously on the measure. They joined other cities promising to protect and support immigrant communities across the nation. Here in California, other sanctuary cities include Long Beach, Anaheim, Berkeley, Sacramento, San Jose, and Oakland. Supporters are hoping this ordinance makes Los Angeles a safe haven for undocumented immigrants despite any changes to federal immigration laws.
It's been almost 3 years since Russia invaded Ukraine, and today, Russia said it was one step closer to using nuclear weapons. This comes after the U.S. allowed Ukraine to use American missiles on Russian territory. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that Russia will treat any aggression from a non-nuclear country receiving support from a nuclear power as a joint attack. In response to those attacks, Russia is giving itself permission to use nuclear weapons. We talked to a USC associate professor in international relations and Slavic languages.
I don't think any kind of nuclear response is likely. I think the Russian response will be twofold. One will be even more punishing and devastating attacks on Ukraine's civilian infrastructure, not just power plants, but power plants and transmission nodes, warehouses, bridges, roads, telecommunications, everything they can hit of economic significance, which is going to cause the Ukrainians to have a miserable, cold, and hungry winter.
The Russian military says they shot down 5 missiles and damaged another, but the U.S. disagrees, saying missiles hit many of their targets.
New York prosecutors say they will not throw out President-elect Donald Trump's hush money conviction, but they will agree to delay his sentencing. That would likely take place after Trump finishes his term as president. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office said Trump becoming president is not grounds to drop the case, something his lawyers have been arguing for the election. It is now up to Judge Juan Merchan on whether or not he approves the suggestion. Trump was scheduled to be sentenced next week. SpaceX launched the most powerful rocket ever built, and President-elect Donald Trump was there to watch and praise his friend Elon Musk.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not only is the rocket named Starship powerful, its booster was so heavy that it had to be dropped in the Gulf of Mexico instead of on land. SpaceX called it a success, but the rocket was supposed to come home. Plans changed and the rocket itself made a successful descent into the Indian Ocean. SpaceX employee Grace Beckham has more insight.
Everyone's kind of running around because the launch windows are very tight windows. It depends a lot on the weather and whatnot, so it's kind of just day of. You see if it works or not, and then everyone's just kind of moving. Mission control is there for probably 16 hours straight, just making sure that everything goes well. The Ordinance program is what it is being financed for, but essentially the role of Starship is to make it to Mars, which is why it's such a larger scale. And it's not looking like it's going to happen by 2030, but definitely by 2040 it should be very feasible.
This is the second time Trump has been by Musk's side for a SpaceX rocket launch.
It's likely California homebuyers won't get a break on housing prices, even though interest rates are falling. The California Association of Realtors had predicted 2024 would be a banner year for home sales, but they were wrong and have downgraded their prediction twice. Prices and sales will likely go up next year, but less than in years past. USC professor Jack Barkall weighed in about the root of the problem.
The paradox is that we printed too much money on the federal side. If you print too much money on the federal side, prices just automatically go up. If you're spending too much money on other programs and you're not spending money on housing and getting people income so that they can afford it, it's not going to work. There's a bit of a shortage. You have a lot of regulations that prevent housing from being built, so that makes it even more scarce.
Some data on the housing trends: sales were down nearly a quarter last year. As of October, the median price for a single-family home is listed at $868,000, and prices are expected to climb in the next year.
Today is National Women's Entrepreneurship Day. The day was created back in 2014 as more and more women started going to business schools and getting MBA degrees. Mabley is a furniture marketplace for college students that helps prevent scamming with .edu verification. The company founder describes some of the obstacles she faces as a woman in business.
Pressure to show up more as a woman, in the sense that it is harder to be taken seriously, but I think my sister and I together have worked on this by just ensuring that we know our personal worth.
The Marshall Women's Leadership Board provides professional development opportunities. The USC Graduate Women Business Club offers similar opportunities for graduate students. And Smart Women Securities focuses on finance and investing. A USC business expert says it can still be challenging for women.
Women seeking to pursue their own ideas is so empowering. And there's been, over the years, just a lot of challenges in sort of breaking above the traditional glass ceiling, as we've called it.
Stitch by Paris is another company run by a USC student. The founder, Paris Gap, creates embroidered college wear for students all across the country. She tells us why it's important for her to start her own brand.
Being an entrepreneur is something that not a lot of people get to experience, and it's definitely difficult because at first it's a little scary, and you think that what if no one wants anything to do with what you sell or what you make? They see you doing it, then I think they can they kind of learn that they can do it too.
Almost half of the students at the USC Marshall School of Business are women. Despite numbers going up, only 10% of Fortune 500 companies have female CEOs.
The Sports Business Summit is this week. We'll talk in studio with the president of the USC Sports Business Association about their event.
Also, a special honor for longtime Laker coach Pat Riley and what fans have to say about it.
Plus, the Dodgers make this a memorable Thanksgiving for people here in LA. We'll be back.
Let me tell you how we amplify our Latine voices. Check out Dímelo. We have it all. Deportes.
Entertainment. Noticias. ¿Qué tal? Soy Mariela Gómez y bienvenidos a Dime la Hora.
Radio and podcasting.
Let me tell you how we amplify our Latine voices. Check out Dímelo. We have it.
A Dime la Hora.
Comida y cultura.
Digital social media.
¿A qué equipo le vas tú? LA Galaxy o LAFC? Dímelo is the only Latine-focused media outlet at USC. Dímelo. We have it all.
Dímelo. We have it all.
Next
my big friend. I love the big taste of chocolate in this little Hershey's kiss.
Hershey's Kisses, the little kiss with the big taste.
This morning, Billy looked like any other boy, but as the moon rose, he turned into a werewolf. He used new Pa's Halloween makeup kits. His friends did too. Look, Mike's a vampire. Amy's a ghost. Pa's makeup is safer than masks. It never blocks vision, and it's hypoallergenic too. So watch your kids turn into the creatures they really are with new Pa's Halloween makeup kits.
The Los Angeles Lakers will honor former head coach Pat Riley with a statue outside Crypto.com Arena. He will become the first head coach to have a statue on the Star Plaza. Crews were hard at work putting up a Lakers Christmas tree, but the real present will be the statue of the great former player and coach. Riley's statue will stand among the likes of Kobe Bryant and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We spoke to fans who are looking forward to the tribute.
That I think he won 5 or 6 chips here for LA, 1 as a player and 4 as a head coach. That would be a very, very amazing piece here in the city of LA.
Well, I believe that coaches need the same recognition and the same love from the fans, and I believe that the Lakers is the best team in the NBA.
Coach Riley has had a big impact on Laker history. He won 4 NBA titles, was named Coach of the Year in 1989, and has over 500 wins as the Lakers head coach. After 11 years with the Lakers, he went on to coach the New York Knicks and is the current owner of the Miami Heat. Riley's statue is expected to be completed by 2026.
The Los Angeles Dodgers hosted their annual Thanksgiving turkey giveaway today to help families in need for the upcoming holiday. Team members, staffers, and volunteers handed out turkeys and other Thanksgiving dinner treats. The giveaway began at noon outside of Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers partner with their official law firm to host the event.
Just with groceries being how expensive and how high they are now, we thought this would be an incredible event for our local community.
Anytime we can give back to the community, especially the fans that come and support us so hard here, to be able to kind of give back to them, be able to help out a little bit, it feels really good.
The LA Unified School District identified eligible families. Many fans wore their Dodgers gear to the drive-through giveaway. The Dodgers have partnered with their law firm to host similar community events in the past. Knack said today was his first chance to interact with fans one-on-one since the Dodgers' big win at the World Series.
USC Sports Business Association is hosting its 2nd annual Sports Business Summit this Thursday in the Trojan Grand Ballroom. Joining us in the studio to talk more about the organization and this week's summit is USC SBA President Blair Sullender. Blair, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
For those viewers who may not know, tell us more about the SBA. What is your guys' mission?
Yeah, so the SBA is a Sports Business Association. We're a Marshall recognized student org, but we do a lot of work with Annenberg as well. This semester we have the most members we've ever had with over 300, which we're really excited about. And basically what we do is every month we bring in speakers, we take trips across the country, we have a mentorship and analytics program with the goal of connecting our students to professionals in the sports industry.
And tell us more about the SBA Summit. What are some of the attendees expected to experience there?
Yeah, so the SBA Summit is something we created last year in order to cultivate a little bit more the sports business culture at USC. And so it's a day-long event featuring 5 panels and Michael Rubin, who's our keynote speaker. We're really, really excited about the lineup we have this year. We have 23 speakers from all different facets of the sports industry, including notable speakers like Mel Raines, who's the president of the Pacers, Bob Graziano, the chairman of the LA Sports Commission, and many more. We have just over 1,000 attendees as of right now, which we're really proud of. Doors open at 9:30, check-in begins at 9, and we're really excited for the day of programming. So we hope that you'll come out.
And why is it important to have summits like these opportunities for business students?
Yeah, I think what we found when we created the summit was that we wanted to emphasize and give more opportunities in sports business at USC outside of courses and build on what we could create as students. And so we're really proud that the SBA Summit is for students, by students. It's entirely student-led and planned, and our main audience is students. And so tons of industry professionals and alumni are coming specifically to network with USC students and potentially hire. We had a lot of people get jobs and internships last year, and that's something we're really proud of and happy that we can provide that platform for USC students.
That's really, really great to hear. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for coming in to talk with us today, Blair, and good luck with the summit on Thursday.
Thank you.
As Conquest Week continues, there could be a chance of rain during the big game. Let's go to Anasazi to find out if an umbrella and poncho will be our tailgate buddies.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, definitely we're going to see a little bit of rain, a slight chance of drizzle, but I think UCLA has to be more worried about that incoming wave of cardinal and gold. I'm Anastasia Ochoa, and this is Sazi's Weather Sizzle. Let's get into it. Looking at the current temps on campus right now, we do have a very cool 59 degrees with 63% humidity. There are some slow winds tonight, and you're going to notice that the air is very dry, so stay moisturized, Trojans. Looking to the week ahead, we are going to see some very chilly temperature drops. We're going to see the high 40s in the midweek. It is going to get a little bit cooler as the weekend continues. You are going to see some slight chance of rain, I would say about 30%. So definitely bring a hoodie to the game if you are attending. That's all for weather today. Let's toss it to Marissa.
USC quarterback switch brought them a win, but can Mayava bring home the victory bell? Will the Trojans be able to dribble on out of the losing column? And we're hitting bullseyes in this week's Community Sports Spotlight, next on ATVN Sports.
That sounded like a wolf, and it's getting closer.
Peekaboo!
Count Chocula! Did you hear a wolf?
It was Wolfie howling for the 2 new marshmallows in my Count Chocula cereal. The lovely chocolatey part of this complete breakfast.
2 new marshmallows?
Yes, the new full moon and chocolate wolf marshmallows make Count Chocula a howling delight.
For a limited time, you can try the full moon and chocolate wolf marshmallows inside new shiny boxes of Count Chocula.
Wow, Millhouse, that frozen black cherries turned your tongue black. My tongue's black too.
Let me try.
Hey,
Let's have black tongue.
This Halloween, the Simpsons are at Burger King. Now in every big kid's meal you can get a Simpsons spooky light up. They gleam, there is Scream, and you can collect all 15 at Burger King. Where else?
This Halloween, Blockbuster Video has a special treat for your whole family. You can take home any of these great Halloween classics for just $7.99. Or rent 2 movies and get them for $3.99. Now, if that's not a reason to scream, what is? Make it a Blockbuster, right?
Welcome back to ATVN Sports. I'm Drew Yuskovich.
And I'm Marissa Russ. The Crosstown Showdown is beginning to heat up. While USC got back to winning form against Nebraska, the UCLA Bruins suffered a monster 31-19 loss against Washington last Friday. Both LA teams lost to Washington this season, but UCLA's loss means that the Bruins will have to win this Saturday if they want to retain bowl eligibility. UCLA coach Deshaun Foster says his squad is up for the challenge.
I don't think we have to do a lot of motivation this week. A lot of guys understand the type of game that this is and they're eager to get back out there. We still have an opportunity to become bowl eligible, so I think that's playing in it too, but it's 1 week at a time and it's a big week, so I think these guys are fired up for this opportunity.
The Trojans may have a better record and momentum on their side, but they may be facing some bad luck. Every time it's rained during the Crosstown Showdown, the Bruins have come out on top. And like Anastasi said, it's supposed to rain on Saturday. If the Trojans want to gain control on the victory bell and bowl eligibility, they'll have to put an end to this rainy day curse.
USC's men's basketball team faced a tough battle on Sunday at the Galen Center, suffering their first loss of the season to Cal, 71-66 in a thrilling match. USC got off to a strong start against their former Pac-12 rival, with junior guard Desmond Claude shining yet again, dropping 20 points and 3 assists. Graduate forward St. Thomas added 15, while sophomore guard Wesley Yates chipped in 10. USC struggled shooting just 33% and hitting only 11% from beyond the arc. Despite a great game, Cal handed USC their first loss.
You know, defensively, we have to improve in a lot of areas.
I've never played zone defense. We worked on that a little bit this week. We ran it for a possession. They hit a 3. I mean, it's really hard to win at this level, you know, if you struggle defensively.
The Trojans now 3-1 on the season, look to bounce back tomorrow, November 20th against San Jose State, here at the Galen Center. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Exciting times for USC's women's tennis. Senior Grace Piper is set to compete at the NCAA Singles Championship, with the Trojans kicking off action today in Waco, Texas. Grace Piper punched her ticket to the NCAA Singles Championship after a commanding 7-5, 6-2 victory over WSU at the ITA Sectional Championships on November 10th. Already qualified in doubles with partner Lily Faircloth, Piper has proven to be a force this season. The team now sets their sights on singles and doubles competition through Friday. Grace Piper will be competing in the NCAA Championship individuals and doubles all this week. Her next match is tomorrow against Oklahoma's Julia Garcia Ruiz.
The Trojan Archery Club is this week's Community Sports Spotlight. The Archery Club is open to new members, but new members must attend beginner sessions in order to be able to shoot. While the club prioritizes safety and fun, they love to win. Club member Nathan Lau received his undergraduate degree at UCLA and was a member of the UCLA Archery Club. He says the Trojan Archery Club outshoots the Bruins.
I think the culture here is definitely kind of like everyone's very driven in terms of like trying to shoot better and like improve upon their scores. I'm not dissing UCLA, but I just think like over here there's kind of more of a consensus towards like shooting better and wanting to help others shoot better.
The competitive team recently competed in their third qualifying tournament for the SoCal Indoor Archery Collegiate Championship throughout the fall semester. The competition is being held on January 25th and 26th. Master student Nikki Suh says SIACC is one of the biggest highlights of the season.
My first time attending that was really fun because it was so much cheering and you could hear all the teams, like all the different schools' spirits and their personalities, like even the types of cheers they have or how loud they are. I would say we're the pretty loud ones. But.
For the first time ever, the club will be holding tryouts at the beginning of the spring semester for the competitive team. For more information, visit the club's Instagram page at Trojan Archery.
That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Drew Yuskovich. Now over to Brian to hear about a special way to celebrate Thanksgiving.
For this week's Cultural Close-Up, we'll take you to an early Thanksgiving celebration. We'll be right back.
Presenting sheer madness, Circuit City's Midnight Madness Sale. Wednesday only till midnight, Circuit City will go raving mad with shocking reductions on hundreds of items. Wednesday only, this Sony 19-inch color TV with remote control, just $397. Save on this JVC compact disc player, just $198. Circuit City's Midnight Madness Sale. Get there by midnight before the curtain falls.
What? There's something under the bed. I heard something. There's nothing under the bed. I heard something. See, look. It's just Fluffy. He got scared by a dumb cat. I wasn't scared. I told you there was nothing under the bed.
Gosh, Burger Chef, it's Wolfburger the werewolf.
Where can I get delicious burgers? Where can I get fun food? Where, oh where?
At Burger Chef.
Where?
And now at participating Burger Chefs, you can buy fun meals that now come on Halloween magic meal trays. There's a magic trick in each fun meal. There are 10 different magic meal tricks you can collect.
Burger Chef, you're incredible.
In tonight's Cultural Close-Up, we take a look at how the holidays can be a different experience for people in LGBTQ communities. Annenberg Media's Dominique Williams takes us to a special Thanksgiving dinner.
The LA LGBT Center celebrated Thanksgiving early with the help of performers from RuPaul's World of Wonder production. Simone says she wishes she had this kind of community support growing up in a small town in Arkansas.
I always love working with the LGBT Center because I really didn't have that growing up, so it's really nice to give back to it. Like here, you can find your community here. It wasn't really like that back home. It's really cool that people have a space like this they can go to and commune with people their age. Like that's amazing. I didn't really have that. I was out in high school, but it wasn't anything kind of like this.
We have been doing the event for 16 years because for a lot of youth, this is their Thanksgiving. They may not be celebrating with family, as I mentioned. The youth here are experiencing homelessness, and so they may not have a permanent place to live or to cook a meal or be invited to anyone's house.
Like G5, both his parents died in combat when he was very young.
To be honest, the sad truth that most of us don't have families to go home to. And some of us do, but since we're certain things and nowadays they don't like it, they want to go by their rules and we don't got homes to go to. I can tell you from experience, I spent a lot of Christmases and Thanksgiving by myself. So places like this, I'm really grateful for them because they make us feel like we're wanted and we're at home and safe.
For more than 50 years, the Los Angeles LGBT Center has provided a safe space for all identities within their community, and this year's Thanksgiving celebration brought out more than 90 youth members and allies to not only celebrate a delicious Thanksgiving meal, but to show off their pride heading into the holiday season.
So they really bring people together and make people happy when things are really hard right now.
Coming here with my friends, others coming with their friends, and then feeling like now they have somewhere where they feel like they belong.
Next month, the LA LGBT Center partners with the Trans Chorus of Los Angeles for their annual Holiday Harmonies. For Annenberg Media, I am Dominique Williams.
The Holiday Harmonies will be directed by Abdullah Abbey Hall at the Lily Tomlin and Jane Wagner Cultural Arts Center. That's December 16th at 8 p.m.
You know, another really great way to celebrate Thanksgiving if you're not with your family, I just love the popularization of Friendsgiving and what it means for like community now.
You know, it's funny that you should say that. I actually have one that I'm going to tonight, right after I leave here. I'm not American, so I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but I love to infiltrate on people's Thanksgiving and Friendsgiving plans, so that's what I'll be doing this season. What are you doing, Brian?
Well, I'll be going to a Friendsgiving as well on Thursday. I'm going to be making jalapeno cheese cornbread. That's going to be my contribution. What's your go-to
That's exciting.
contribution?
Okay, contribution is a bold assumption. My contribution is my presence. I'm the entertainment. But maybe this year I'll bring drinks. You know, I'll try something new, maybe some fruit punch.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Brian Saravia.
And I'm Kofo Jalal Show. For more coverage, watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Annenberg Media. Good night.